Whiskey burns, but it don't clean. I've outlived enemies, outlasted friends. The mirror grins with a borrowed face, a ghost of pride, a hollow grave. The smoke don't rise, it just abides between my truth and what hides inside. In the night she smirks, she's seen my vice, the man I buried twice. I buried him young with charm and fire. Thought ambition could take me high. I wore his name like a velvet lie. Smiled to strangers, let the real one die. The crowd applauded, the world agreed, but all they saw was my disease. And though I breathed, I cut his ties, the man I buried twice. He came back slow through empty rooms and whispered smoke and unpaid tunes. I heard him hum through my guitar, a voice too close, a wound too far. He said you built the dream but lost the soul. You played the part but paid the toll. I poured a drink, looked in his eyes, at the man I buried twice. No preacher says what I became, just echoes whispering my name. You can trade your youth for gold and fame, but you can't cheat loss, it's the same old game. The blues don't heal, it just implies that truth's a debt the soul supplies. And when I pray, I hear his sighs, the man I buried twice. So pour one for the man beneath the skin, the one I killed to let me win. He laughs low, a haunting vice. Yeah, the man I buried twice. He hums my songs in shadow rhyme, keeps my guilt in perfect time. I ain't seeking peace or paradise, just a man I glass don't lie, it cracks instead. Every line's a thing I said. Each wrinkle hums a quiet sin of who I was and could have been. I tried to run, I tried to hide, but he walks with me side by side, and every silence redefine the man I buried twice. I tell the night my secret crime, that I stole my truth to buy some time. I traded love for a louder cheer, and all that's left is the man right here. He don't blame, he just observes the hollow life my pride deserves. And though I breathe, I pay the price to the man I buried twice. The man in the mirror grins in gray, says you're still me, you just decay. He don't shout, he don't curse my name, He says we're both just built from blame. He lights a smoke, says let's be clear. You're still the reason I'm still here. And as the blues repeats its advice, he smiles, the man I buried twice. He said I watched you drown in golden fame, watched you chase pride, forget your name. I tried to warn, but you wouldn't hear. Now you're the ghost that I revere. I asked him, Lo, can I return? He said no flame proclaims its burn. I closed my eyes, rolled my dice with a man I buried twice. Pour one for the man who lost his soul, who paid his dues but not his toll. He still hums low through fire and ice. Yeah, the man I buried twice. Raise your glass to the ones who fall, to the proud who build their own downfall. No redemption, just advice from the man I buried twice. High, the truth unfolds. The blues don't age, it just grows old. Each note I bend bleeds something true of who I was, of who I knew. The room falls still, the air precise. It echoes, the man I buried twice. And in that hush, no faith, no lies, just the man I buried twice. I ain't holy, I ain't right. D minor dawn inside a quiet frame. Steam writes cursive on the window pane. Chair takes breath, floor keeps time. Kettle hums a single line. I touch the knob, the brass the same. Even if I go, the room still knows my name. I left my thunder on the porch swing rail, hung up proof like a retired tale. Kept only tools that mend and stay, an oiled hinge, a lighter day. There's sawdust in the afternoon, a stray blue nail like a small old moon. Every corner keeps the gentler aim to hold a man and not his fame. I've spoken softer than I came, and when I leave, the room will say my name. Count to 4 with the ribs, not pride. Let breath be the long, clear guide. If memory knocks like a neon claim, smile once and let the room say your name. The room still knows my name in wood and light and grain. It keeps my weight without a stain. It sings me home through ordinary needs to frame the lesson or the flame. I could be gone, but here remains a room that knows my name. The sink remembers how I prayed, not with words but cups I made. Porcelain patience, soap and dawn, rinsing the iron from what I'd worn. The table bears a kind of scar where bread was split and peace set down. A letter folded near the jar your hinge holds well, we keep it sound. The clock leans back, decides to stay. Time walks barefoot through the day. I stand more still than when I came, and hear the room repeat my name. Breathe on, fall, let strings lean low. Let piano leave space where meanings grow. If pride returns for a final game, pour tea, let the room say your name. The room still knows my name, in wood and light and grain. It keeps my weight without a stain. It sings me home through ordinary rain. No trumpet needs to frame the lesson or the flame. I could be gone, but here remains a room that knows my name. A coat on the hook with a quiet wrist, lined with apologies I almost missed. I pull it close, it warms the bone. A map to places I've outgrown. I listen for the houses I've repaired, porches breathing, hinges spared, chairs that learned a softer ground, doors that open, voices round. The neighborhood hums a gentle claim. We recognize each other's names, but if I drift beyond this street, the floorboards keep my measured feet. Count to 4 till the heart stands sure. Let quiet be strong and good be pure. If thunder begs for brighter blame, turn down the lamp, let the room speak your name. The room still knows my name, in wood and grain. It keeps my way without a stain. It sings me home through ordinary rain. No trumpet needs to frame the lesson or the flame. I could be gone, but here remains a room that knows my name. Bring me the locks I force for show. I'll oil them now and let them go. Bring me the names I said too hard, I'll say them soft in the backyard. Bring me the miles I sprinted thin, I'll walk them back with broader skin. Let guitar bend once then rest, let bass keep time inside the chest. If victory wants one last acclaim, point at the chair that knows my name. Say less, stand plain. Count to 4, remain. A widow's thank you on the sill, 3 words steady as a hill. Fence still stands, that's all she wrote, enough to keep a man afloat. 2 kids outside rehearse their breaks, hug your stars and second takes. Their mother laughs, the streets agree. There's some go warm and peace sustain. Optional home, summer flame, my words that on the spring. Cool with me. Vienna rolls steep of the closure fire, strains my rose and where to find. Handed a lamp, let the room say your name. The room still knows my name. In wood and light and grain, it keeps my way without a stain. It sings me home through ordinary rain. Morning rose open on a kitchen tile. Steam writes mercy in a cursive smile. I count my breath like coins I sign. When the battles are over, there's nothing left but kind. I kept a ledger made of iron and ash. Roll out totals in a soldier sash. I measure men by the weight they threw. Built taller walls than truth could chew. But doors don't sing for a fist that pounds. They learn their hands that spare their sounds. I traded thunder for a humbler grind, and found the only wealth I keep is kind. Now small tool weight where anger stood, a cloth, some oil, a plan for good. A quiet bench, a cherry line. What power remains is the power to be kind. Count to 4 with the ribs, not pride. Let breath be the long, clear guide. If memory knocks with a sharpened mind, set down the blade, pick up the kind. There's nothing left but kind. When all the gold goes dim, when neon quits its grind, and brass forgets to hymn, no louder crown to find, no sharper law to sign. When life is finally on the line, there's nothing left but kind. I pass a stoop with a lopsided rail, 2 screws shy of a safer tale. A neighbor shrugs, I meant to fix. We trade a laugh for a nail, 6 ticks. No sermon there, no proof to stay, just borrowed time from a quieter age. He says, you saved me, I shake my head. You'll do the same for someone's bread. We write a treaty with a level line, tight grain joint, the edges fine. The street learns patience intertwined with smaller words that choose its kind. Breathe on forward, let strings lean low, let piano leave space where meanings grow. If pride returns, politely blind, open the window, calling kind. There's nothing left but kind. When all the gold goes dim, when neon quits its grind, and brass forgets to hymn, no louder crown to find, no sharper law to sign. When life is finally unaligned, there's nothing left but kind. I wore a suit that made rooms bow, silk like thunder on a clever brow. It held my fears with polished pins, looked like power, felt like sins. I hung it up where ghosts undress, watched it wilt into something less. Denim and linen, learned my spine, taught my shoulders a gentler line. What good is iron without a door? What good is more when you need restore? I stitch my name in a softer bind, a coat that fits the weather of kind. Count to 4 till the heart stands sure. Let quiet be strong and good be pure. If yesterday asked for a stricter fine, offer your hands and call it kind. There's nothing left but kind. When all the gold goes dim, when neon quits its grind, and brass forgets to hymn. No louder crown to find, no sharper law to sign. When life is finally underlined, there's nothing left but kind. Bring me the likes I force for show, I'll oil them now and let them go. Bring me the names I said too hard, I'll speak them soft in the backyard. Bring me the miles I sprinted thin, I'll walk them back with broader skin. Let's slide guitar band once then rest, let bass keep time inside the chest. If victory begs for a neon shrine, feed it bread and water it kind. Say less, stand plain, count to 4, remain. A letter waits with the quiet things, about the hinge by the garden planks. I folded twice the simple way, a receipt for time. I chose to stay down at the corner of widow stairs, at groceries tall as a public cares. We split the weight across 2 streets, neither hero, just human feats. No choir called, no coin was signed. We reached the door, the rest was kind. She touched my wrist, said, bless your mind. I answered yours, we're both aligned. Hold that fold, let the rim click, pray, let mercy sign the day. If thunder knocks with a blazing mind, show it the same, we're in sync kind. There's nothing left but kind. When all the gold goes dim, when neon quits its grind, and brass forgets to hymn. No louder crown to find, no sharper law to sign. When life is finally underlined, there's nothing left but kind. I open a drawer of unmailed lines, apologies stitched to winter vines. Some I send with a steady pen, some I keep for the kitchen's amen. A boy drops coins in a dented jar, saves for a bite like a private star. I add a bill in a folded slide, don't sign my name, let luck decide. He looks my way and doesn't know, that's the point of certain glow. The brightest lights are undesigned, they warm the room and leave it kind. There's nothing left but kind. When all the gold goes dim, when neon quits its grind, and brass forgets to him, and bright it is dim on the windows line. The church it advocates to him, out on it find it a steady sign. When life is finally underlined, there's shoulders crying, I'll never fail. The room leans close like it wants to learn. The bass ticks slow like a measured burn. The lights go low, the noise turns thin. I press my breath and settle in. My watch taps time against my palm, a quiet storm, the weight of calm. The night, she nods, she knows the song, a crown that rests in the weight of calm. I walk that line between steel and silk, where heat runs slow like warm milk. No need to shout, no fists to show. I let my presence set the flow. My shoes draw maps on oak and grain. The snare keeps time inside my veins. A city bow without alarm to the measured weight of calm. Cufflinks flash like lightning there, but thunder hides in how step. I lift the glass, the room complies. 1,000 doubts grow civilized. I choose my words like polished stones. I lay them down to build their throne. The floorboards home, a private song, a kingdom built on the weight of calm. Ain't no preacher, teacher, steady hand. You learn by losing what you plan. You trade the road for something deep, a pace that moves while others sleep. You let the fire dodge the bomb. You hold it close, you keep it warm. And when the storm expects your harm, you answer with the weight of calm. So pour one for the man who never rush, whose silence makes the loud ones hush. He laughs low, he won't disarm. He rules the night with the weight of calm. It hums like oak, it sways like steel, a patient force the proud can feel. I ain't begging fate or charm, I move the world with the weight of calm. The band sits back to let me breathe. The organ smoke threads through my sleeve. The guitar bends like tempered will, a single note that holds you still. The barmaid nods, she knows this tune. When measured men light up a room. No tempest here, no cheap alarm, just the quiet weight of calm. I learned to fold my anger neat, to iron rage with controlled heat, to close my fist around the wind, to say much less and still content. I count the beats, the drummer highs. I read the eyes the crowd provides. Where others run, I simply song and win by weight of calm. The man in the mirror lifts his chin, says, boy, I see you learn to win. Not by blaze or sharpened tongue, but by the breath you hold in lung. No sword to wave, no flag to claim, just poise and patience in your name. He taps the glass, confirms the charm. You're crowned by weight of calm. She enters slow with silver eyes, a question hid in her disguise. She waits to see if I will chase. I let the stillness take her face. A tilt of glass, a glance of grace. No frantic moves, no crowded space. The bass grows warm, the doubts disarm. She understands the weight of calm. Pour one for the man who reads the tide, who makes the storm itself subside. He hums low, keeps that psalm. He crowns the room with the weight of calm. Raise your glass to iron grace, to silent heat and steady pace. No shout, no bluff, no bomb, just sovereign weight of calm. The groove pulls tight like tailored car. The tempo breathes a sacred oath. Each note holds back just half a breath. A dance with danger, not with death. I set the air in measured harm, a lullaby of a weight of calm. The room leans in, the doubts grow small. They fall beneath the weight of calm. I ain't holy, I ain't tame, I just refuse the frantic game. I bank my sparks in tempered steel. I spin them slow, so fake and kneel. I carry storms in quieter jars. I steer by scars instead of stars. When chaos begs for open palm, I close my hand with the weight of calm. Ain't no choir singing me through, just bass and breath and follow through. No trumpet blast, no gilded bomb, just heartbeat under weight of calm. The wise don't race, the strong don't swarm. They tune the night to their reform. And when the noise demands a psalm, I whisper back with the weight of calm. So pour one for the sorrow för slog. Towel Jordan is so stool. Greg Wesley plays in duty pong. By chits as strongs, they're sort of on. But I keep time with the pace of pine. Out all the flame, out all the cones. The west of my breast, he knows the song. There's a way to come. Evening irons gold on a roasting seam. Wind falls quiet like a bedtime dream. Gravel counts soft under shoes and no piano of birds playing low, low, low. I don't hurry, there's nothing to flee. Last light falls in step with me. I learned my name in stranger tongues, paid old debts with quieter lungs, turned down parades that stain the street, chose work that leaves a kind of heat. I bargained once with the thunder's feet. Now I tip the dusk with simplicity. The city behind me lowers its hands. Let's go, the noise keeps honest plans. I used to brand my mercy loud. Now it walks through an ordinary crowd. No witnesses, no stage to see. Just breathe in the last light next to me. Count to 4 with the ribs, not pride. Let the breath be the long, clean guide. If memory calls for a brighter plea, answer with footsteps, small and free. The last light walks beside me, long shadows keeping pace. No crown required to guide me, no mask to hold my face. I'm done with loud approving, I keep what I can be. Dusk comes low and kindly, the last light walks with me. Fences lean in like elderly friends, trading the weather, predicting ends. A child chalks planets on the lane, spins a ring around a name. Her mother lifts a grocery bag, I catch the strap before it sags. No sermon there, no debts to weigh, just hip and hand in human day. Across the field a dog recalls a whistle stitched in evening calls. He trots back home uncomplicated, proof that peace can be translated. I thank the years for letting me see how small acts wide and what will be. Breathe on 4 while the slide notes lean. Let the bass say home, soft and clean. If pride returns with a megaphone plea, turn the volume down to see. The last light walks beside me, long shadows keeping pace. No crown required to guide me, no mask to hold my face. I'm done with loud approving, I keep what I can be. Dusk comes low and kindly, the last light walks with me. There's a bridge of iron over patient stream, a mirror where I loan my dream. I drop 2 coins, one for grief, one for relief, the top belief. Circles wide and then forget, forgiveness keeps the water wet. I read my face the way we should, enough to know not to be understood. I am my work, the doors I oil, the weeds I pull. soil. If legacy asks for a brighter key, our handy hinges that swing quietly. Count to 4, let the strings inhale. Let the trumpet glow like a faithful trail. If yesterday begs for authority, offer a chair, then let it be. The last light walks beside me, long shadows keeping pace. No crown required to guide me, no mask to hold my face. I'm done with loud approving, I keep what I can be. Dusk comes low and kindly, the last light walks with me. Bring me the locks I forced for show, I'll lower them now and let them go. Bring me the names I said too hard, I'll speak them soft in a clean backyard. Bring me the steps I marched in vain, I'll walk them home in evening rain. Let slide guitar bend once and rest, let bass keep time inside the chest. If victory asks for a neon flame, point it to suppress, dead and name. Say less, stand plain. Count to 4, remain. Mailbox yawns like a sleepy friend, holds a bill, a note, and the working end. The note says thanks in a sprawling hand for fixing a hinge they couldn't stand. I smile the way a quiet man smiles, folds the paper in quarter miles. There's wealth in chores that no one sees, floors that welcome, roofs that ease. I sweep the walk of a neighbor's place, leave my name off, leave only space. I've learned to earn with gentler tools, humble metals, softer rules. The last light nods in warm decree, you've done enough, come home with me. Breathe on 4, let the lamppost bloom, let evening tidy the living room. If rumor looks for the old marquee, point it to dishes, tea and free. The last light walks beside me, long shadows keeping pace. No crown required to guide me, no mask to hold my face. I'm done with loud approving, I keep what I can be. Dusk comes low and kindly, the last light walks with me. The last light walks beside me, long shadows keeping pace. No crown required to guide me, no mask to hold my face. I'm done with loud approving, I keep what I can be. Write it in dusk where fields agree, I live my peace where the last light walks with me. If someone asks what power means, I'll show them bread and in between a chair, a lamp, a lowered key. The lamp still glows where her shadow stayed. The sheets remember every vow we made. The air still hums a name of smoke. Each breath I take feels half broke. The room's too small for the truth I hide. The clock ticks slow, takes love's side. In the night, she knows the bed don't lie. I kept her voice in a drawer of dreams, between the laughter and the scream. Her touch still burns on my left hand, a ghost that time don't understand. The Whiskey whispers, let her go, but I drink slow, I already know. She left the room but stayed inside, 'cause the bed don't lie. Her hair still caught on the cotton thread, her scent still sleeps when my heart once bled. Every morning feels like crime. The sunlight hurts, it steals my time. The coffee's cold, the cup still waits, like the heart that love negates. The truth sits here unamplified. The bed don't lie. Ain't no preacher need to tell my sin. A ghost still crawls beneath my skin. I built these walls but they still speak, whispering her name each lonely week. No hymn can drown the way she sighed, no cross can wash the tears I hide. And when the dark begins to slide, the bed don't lie. So pour one for the man who let her stay inside his bones. Oh, she walked away, laugh slow, the gentle kind, but the bed don't lie behind his mind. It hums a song and she's a wide cold where love once burned so bright. I ain't searching peace tonight, 'cause the bed don't lie. I sleep on one half, the other's hers, like two worlds split by whispered words. Her pillow sinks like memories wait, still warm with everything I hate. The window hums her tune again, I breathe her in and curse her name. No truth left here to justify, 'cause the bed don't lie. I found a note beneath the frame, it didn't say much, just signed her name. No love, you know I'll be fine, just silence carved between the lines. The ink was dry, the words were true. She said, you'll know what I can't tell you. Now every night I ask her why, but the bed don't lie. The man in the mirror looks back slow, says you reap the seeds you let her sow. He's tired, calm, just like me, living in the space where ghosts still breathe. He don't judge, he just recalls every promise scratched on these walls. And he says low, like a lullaby, the bed don't lie. I used to laugh when the rain would fall, now I just wait for her to call. Her voice comes soft through thunder's hum. Love ain't dead, it's just gone numb. Each tear I hide feels justified, each silence sounds like her goodbye. No preacher left to sanctify, 'cause the bed don't lie. Pour one for the man who can't move on, who sleeps alone but dreams she's gone. He hums her name to the ceiling side, yeah, the bed don't lie. raise your glass to the ghost of touch, the love that burns a bit too much. No redemption, no alibi. The bed don't lie. The night hums low, the blues stay long. The sheets remember her final song. I reach for a shadow, it slips through, just like every prayer I try to do. Each note I play, the silence replies. Each chord confesses, each echo cries. And in the hush I testify, 'cause the bed don't lie. I ain't holy, I ain't free, but a ghost still keeps time with me. If heaven's soft, she ain't that kind. She lives in the corners of my mind. I see a smile where the curtains fall, a sin so sweet it forgives it all. And though the night pretends to die, the bed don't lie. Ain't no choir to sing our tune, just a hum of lost beneath the moon. The sheets breathe out a soft reply. The bed don't lie, no mercy here, no warm disguise. Just the truth that memory buys. I fade, I fold, I testify. The bed don't.
Morning leans quiet on the window frame. Dust turns patient in a band of flame. Kettle hums low like a church that knows. Piano tests D, then lets it close. I lift my eyes and lose in ambition to learn again the way the light listens. I used to speak first, loud and soon, chase the dawn like I owned the moon. Argued with the walls that had no tongue, wore out words till the words wore none. But years grew soft where the corners were sharp, sand and mercy tuned my heart. Now sunlight waits at the edges of things like a hand on a hinge that never stings. It doesn't judge the cracks it finds, it fills then leaves them kind of lines. It bends around our rough decisions as if it knows the way to listen. Count to 4 with the ribs, not pride. Let breathe be the long, clear guide. If memory knocks with the trumpet's mission, answer with quiet, watch, light, listen. This is the way the light listens. No lecture, only grace. It warms the cup, forgives the chip, still loves a weathered face. No banner, no conditions, no courtroom in the sky. Just warmth that learns your story and doesn't ask you why. On the porch boards carry the day's last rain, tiny mirrors of yesterday's pain. A sparrow sips courage from a silver bead, tells the gutter what we need. Across the street, a widow lives, a grocery sack with Sunday thrift. I taken in, the bag grows light. She says it's nothing, I say it's right. The sun steps down the narrow lane, polishes ruts without a name. It hears the tired, the torn, the christened, and shows me more of how light listens. Breathe on full, let piano wait, let strings say mercy, not a late. If pride wants lights and loud decisions, open the door, let daylight listen. This is the way the light listens, no lecture, only grace. It warms the cup, forgives the chip, still loves a withered face. No banner, no conditions, no courtroom in the sky, just warmth that learns your story and doesn't ask you why. In the sink, plates testify, scratches on its edges shine. So bright halos on a working bowl. I rinse the day, receive my role. The mirror edits what pain would sell, leaves the truth that fits me well. Not a hero, not a sin, just a man who lets light in. I button patience, stitch it slow, wear a shirt the seasons know. Even the stain becomes permission, a map that taught how light can listen. Count to 4 till the heart stands sure, let quiet be strong and good be pure. If thunder begs for your admission, turn down the dial, let light do listen. This is the way the light listens, no lecture, only grace. It warms the cup, forgives the chip, still loves a weathered face. No banner, no conditions, no courtroom in the sky, just warmth that learns your story and doesn't ask you why. Bring me the locks I force for show, I'll oil them now and let them go. Bring me the names I said too hard, I'll speak them soft in the backyard. Bring me the miles I sprinted thin, I'll walk them back with whiter skin. Let's slide guitar bend once and rest, let bass keep time inside the chest. If victory wants a neon christening faded breath, then teach it listening. Say less, stand plain, count to 4, remain. A child chalks planets on the wall, orbits held by simple talk. She names the small one, second chance, gives it room to learn its dance. Her mother laughs and shades her eyes, the street turns gold with fewer lies. And no one calls this miracle, it's just the world when hearts are full. The light kneels down to tie their day, holds the knot then walks away. I see it bow to our conditions, proof and school of how light listens. Hold that 4, let rim click, pray, let gratitude accrue its sway. If history asks for your position, point to the porch, that's where I listen. This is the way the light listens, no lecture, only grace. It warms the cup, forgives the chip, still loves a weathered face. No banner, no conditions, no courtroom in the sky, just warmth that learns your story and doesn't ask you why.
The clock side slow, the ashtray's full. Another promise I couldn't pull. The night leans close, she hums my crime. Says you can't buy back what you sold with time. The smoke moves soft, the memory stings. You can't outrun what your heart still brings. In the dark, she grinned, she always knew. I shook hands with fate on a crooked line. Traded peace for a bottle and rhyme. Said I'd quit when the fever broke, but the devil smiled through the rising smoke. Each sin I signed with borrowed breath, each dream I sold to pay my debt. And though I ran till my boots wore through, the devil don't take ioses. The road runs long, but the end's the same. Every turn just spells my name. I left the church, I left the rain, but both keep calling me back again. I tried to pray, but my tongue won't move. God went silent, he's got nothing to prove. Though I crawled to start anew, the devil don't take IOUs. No preacher preaches for the lost like me. No man forgives what the dark can see. You can wash your hands, but the stain won't fade. You can beg for light, but the price is paid. Mercy waits, but not for long. The blues keeps time when you go wrong. Every verse I sing rings true. The devil don't take IOUs. So pour one for the man who tried to change, who walked back home but found it strange. He laughed slow cause he already knew the devil don't take IOUs. He hums my name in a broken chord, every line a quiet sword. I ain't seeking grace, just proof that the devil don't take IOUs. The moon's too bright, it sees too much. I keep my lies where I can't be touched. The mirror weeps, the glass won't lie. I see the man I used to deny. Each night I trade my soul for sleep, but even dreams got debts to keep. I can't undo what sin once drew. The devil don't take IOUs. I met her once at the edge of rain. Her eyes like peace, her touch like pain. She said you're close, I said too late, and walked her home past heaven's gate. She kissed my cheek, I felt the flame. Heard laughter whispering my name, and in her breath the truth shone through. The devil don't take IOUs. The man in the mirror grins and rests. Says, son, you're mine till the light is dead. He's sharp and calm, no hate, no glee. Just a man who looks a lot like me. He don't shout, he don't accuse, he just smiles soft. I got nothing to lose, and when I blink, the mirror's true. The devil don't take IOUs. I played my sins in minor key, and each note burned a piece of me. They called it soul, I called it pay, for all the hearts I threw away. I lit my pain on bourbon fire, watched forgiveness drift and tire. Every song just cuts me through. The devil don't take IOUs. Pour one for the man who don't fights his demons all night long. He still sings low, he still bleeds true. Yeah, the devil don't take high on yours. Raise your glass to the ones who learn that every sin still makes you burn. No crown, no halo, just the blues. Cause the devil don't take all yours. The smoke hangs thick, the lights go dim. The bottle's hymn becomes my hymn. Each bend I play, each sigh, each tear brings the echo of what brought me here. You can run, but the dark breaks through. You can kneel, but it laughs at you. And in that silence, cold and true, the devil don't take high oh yes. I ain't holy, I ain't clean, but I've seen things I wish unseen. I made peace with what I am, a fallen man who gave a damn. My sins still hum in the quiet room, like flowers laid on an early tomb. And though the night feels old, it's new. The devil don't take I oh yes. Ain't no choir to sing me through, just a hum of sin I can't undo. No redemption left to choose. The devil don't take I oh yes. He don't judge, he don't defend, he just waits where roads don't end. I fade, I break, I face what's due. The devil don't take I oh yes. So pour one for the ones who try to outwalk fate and still survive. For the men don't know it's with us, so yeah, the devil don't take alcohols. No mind, no taste, no it's true. Just smoke and stub and decaying too. Living from the fallen to the devil don't take I oh yes. I see saints fighting sin stained, true soul salted by the lens. I seen around better than mystery, and I want that mercy, won't know ye. So I met her maze, pretty poor, past the shadow with a crystal.
Morning, morning sits warm on a faithful chair. Piano breath rise easier. Cup in my hand, a scar on the rim. I toast the burdens that taught me to swim. Not every way was an enemy. Some held me up, some loved me. I used to curse the stone I hauled, swore at the sky like the blame it called. Held my jaw like a rusted clamp, burned my name into every lamp. Then one long winter showed me slow how steady shoulders make rivers grow. I learned to breathe beneath the load, count my steps, repair the road. A boy with fury, a man with hands. I traded thunder for honest plans. The spine I earned from agony became the weight that loved me. Count to 4 with ribs not raised. Let breathe uncreates the pain. If yesterday begs for injury, say thank you, stone, you carried me. This is the weight that loved me. It pressed me down to rise. It taught my knees the country, put daylight in my
I found a stronger mercy in the weight that loved me. The door once stuck where my temper lived. I pushed and kicked what an inch forgives. Later I learned the drop of oil, the gentle truth that saves the soil. I held a friend through his midnight ache, let grief speak floods until it broke. We didn't dam it with clever talk. We kept the lamps and took the walk. Some weights are names you refuse to drop, a vow you keep at the quiet shop. Hold steady here, make bread, pour tea. Let ordinary carry me. Breathe on, floor, let strain, lean low. Let piano leave space where meanings grow. If pride returns like a debtor's plea, tell it kindness carried me. This is the weight that loved me. It pressed me down to rise. It taught my knees the country, put daylight in my eyes. No crown could do what burden did. No speech could name this sea. I found a stronger mercy in the weight that loved me. I wore a suit that cost me sleep. Silk on the surface, the lining cheap. It taught me how a shine can lie, how fabric strains when rooms run dry. I hung it up beside my rage, watched both grow small with age. Now denim truth and linen calm hold me closer than any song. The bills are paid, the debts are owed, the promises I hauled like road. Didn't drown, they discipled me, cut keys to doors I couldn't see. Count to 4 till the heart stands sure. Let quiet be strong and good be pure. If memory asks who set me free, say, bird and tune the key. This is the weight that loved me. It pressed me down to rise. It taught my knees the country, put daylight in my eyes. No crown could do what burden did. No speech could name this sea. I found a stronger mercy in the weight that loved me. Bring me the stones I threw at night. I'll build a heart that keeps us light. Bring me the names I lifted wrong. I'll sing them slow inside this song. Bring me the locks I forced for show. I'll lower them now and let them go. Let slide guitar bend once then rest. Let bass keep time inside the chest. If victory wants a neon clang, feed it bread and call it plain. If power asks what love can be, a weight you share, not just a key. Say less, stand true. Count to 4, come through. I met a widow on Market Street, carried her bags through summer heat. She didn't cry, she didn't preach, just split the load in equal reach. We walked 3 blocks like a small parade, a chorus built of what hands laid. She said, I thought I'd break in two. I said, not now, look, me and you. I learned that love is not a blaze, it's cooler light on longer days. The heaviest kindness quietly becomes a weight that loves me. Hold that 4, let the rim click, pray, let mercy sign the day. If thunder begs for history, let burdens write the victory. This is the weight that loves me. pressed me down to rise. It taught my knees a country, put daylight in my eyes. No crown could do what burden did, no speech could name this sea. I found a stronger mercy in the weight that loves me. But now I walk slow on the neighborhood line, porch lamps hum.
Morning folds open like a careful hand, piano on the sill, light dust on the land. Kettle takes breath, street yawns away. There's nothing to chase, nothing to fade. I set down the armor, I walk through the rain, and hear it, the calm calling my name. I've bartered with thunder, I've counted to 4. I've taught a locked city to love a soft door. I've carried a silence that sharpened the blade, and set it all down when the debt had been paid. Now every step has a weight that's kind, measured and honest, a friend to the spine. I don't need applause in a rented room, the daylight signings praise enough bloom. The coffee is simple, the ledger is clean. I tally by mercy, not by the sheen. Where noise once begged for a louder claim, the wind writes gently, repeating my name. Count to 4 with the ribs, not pride. Let bread be the long, clear guide. If memory knocks with a neon flame, I answer with quiet. I know my name. The calm knows my name. It meets me at the door. It lifts the cup, it sets the frame. It teaches less is more. No trumpet to proclaim, no crown that needs a floor. I live where light is plain. The calm knows my name. I'm walking the block the way fathers do, carrying daylight like good men choose. I oil a hinge that no one will praise, sweep a small step for ordinary days. A boy rides past with a crooked grin, learning the breaks that hold trouble in. His mother smiles a thank you thin. We trade a nod and that's a win. I used to love like a spark on straw, too hot to hold, too quick to draw. Now love's a river in a patient bed, cooler than fire, warmer than dread. I set 2 plates, keep one for the rain. When weather needs shelter, it knows my name. Breathe on 4, let strings lean low, let piano leave space where truths can grow. If pride returns for an old campaign, I pour a tea, it forgets my name. The calm knows my name. It meets me at the door. It lifts the cup, it sets the frame. It teaches less is more. No trumpet to proclaim, no crown that needs a floor. I live where light is plain. The calm knows my name. There's a chair that forgives the weight I bring, a lamp that edits the sting from things. On a wall, a map of slower roads where patience pays and hurry owes. I've learned to repair what I used to replace, to bless with hands instead of haste. I keep small tools where anger hid, a screwdriver where judgment did. The hinge change in me learned how to swing towards the hard truth and the truest spring. If grief needs room, I'll make it a lane. It passes through kindly and says my name. Count to 4 till the heart stands sure. Let quiet be strong and good be pure. If yesterday asked for a harsher aim, I write forgiven next to my name. The calm knows my name. It meets me at the door. It lifts the cup, it sets the frame. It teaches less is more. No trumpet to proclaim, no crown that needs a floor. I live where light is plain. The calm knows my name. Bring me the locks I force for show. I'll oil them now and let them go. Bring me the words I threw like stone. I'll speak them soft and make them home. Bring me the miles I sprinted thin. I'll walk them back with broader skin. Let the guitar bend once and rest. Let bass keep time inside the chest. If victory begs for a neon flame, point it to supper, bread and name. If power asks what it's for at last, to keep the future kind to the past. Say less, stand plain. Count to 4, remain. A neighbor's fence needs a measured hand. I'll lend the hour, not a brand. We talk of rain and the price of weed. The sort of kingdom I trust my feet. He tells me loss in a quiet pitch. I answer by listening where ache is rich. No sermon spills, no banner flies, just cleaner air behind our eyes. We sign the day with a humble pen, a treaty of ordinary men. When dusk arrives with a cooler flame, a sparrow repeats it, the sound of my name. Hold that 4, let the snare stay shy. Let brass breathe low like a faithful sigh. If glory calls from a louder frame, I'll wait once kindly. I know my name. The calm knows my name. It meets me at the door. It lifts the cup, it sets the frame. It teaches less is more. No trumpet to proclaim, no crown that needs a floor. I live where light is plain. The calm knows my name. The calm knows my name. The calm knows my name. The calm. Calm knows my name.
The smoke curls soft like thoughts unsaid around the things I never meant. The whiskey sways where silence grew between her heart and what I knew. The night hums low, my conscience sways, counting the words I let decay. In the dark she sighs, she knows instead of all the words I never said. I watch her leave with her suitcase small. No tear, no fight, no final call. Her eyes said more than I ever could, and I just froze, I never should. Her hand brushed mine, her smile was kind, but the truth stayed locked inside my mind. Now every dream repeats that thread. The words I never said. The wall still hum her favorite tune. It plays slow under the bleeding moon. Her shoes still rest by the broken chair, like she might come back, still live there. I speak to ghosts who never reply. The silence louder than goodbye. The echoes speak what I misread, the words I never said. Ain't no preacher who'll forgive this kind, the sin of silence, the caged mind. You can cry loud, you can pray low, but truth don't bloom in what you don't show. The heart will ache, the tongue will stall, and pride will build your final wall. By the time you look, the love is dead, killed by words you never said. So pour one for the man who spoke too late, who watched his heaven dissipate. He laughed soft, but inside's lit with all the words he never said. They hum through night, they burn in bed, they haunt the air inside his head. He ain't seeking peace, just thread through the words he never said. I write her name in cigarette smoke, each line I wish, each breath a choke. I play a song on a rusted string, the sound of loss and everything. The radio hums the way she'd hum, soft and low before she'd come. Now even silence feels like lead, with the words I never said. I saw her once by the station light, her hair still gold, her eyes still bright. She didn't speak, but her look was plain. Some love don't die, it just remains. I opened my mouth, but time stood still. The courage froze, her heart stood still. I let her go, my soul misled by the words I never said. The man in the mirror don't speak at all, he just stares back proud and small. He says, boy, your tongue's your sin, you built a cage and live within. I nod slow, I know he's right. Silence owns me every night, and the blues play soft where angels fled from the words I never said. Some nights I swear I hear her hum the same tune where our love begun. She whispers slow, you waited too long. Now I'm the lyric, but you're the song. Her voice don't fade, it bends like time, turns guilt to verse, regret to rhyme. The stars burn low in my stead for the words I never said. Pour one for the man who can't move on, who speaks through tears till the dawn. He hums her name in shades of red, yeah, the words he never said. Raise that glass to the silent kind who left their truth too far behind. No grace, no flame, just clear, and the words they never said. The man in the mirror don't speak at all, he just stares back, proud and small. He says, boy, your tongue's your sin, you built a cage and live within. I nod slow, I know he's right. Silence owns me every night, and the blues play soft where angels fled from the words I never said. Some nights I swear I hear her hum the same tune where our love begun. She whispers slow, you waited too long. Now I'm the lyric, but you're the song. Her voice don't fade, it bends like time, turns guilt to verse, regret to rhyme. The stars burn low in my stead for the words I never said. Tears till the dawn. He hung when the dead fed, and when I fade, remember, read the words I never said. I seen love die with lips still sealed, a war of hearts where none were healed. I seen two kind under pride's flood, a moon confessing, devil on blind. A night forgives, but I don't forget the things we need to grab down. So I hold her hands till I'm dead. Those words I never said.
Oh, dawn loosens the knot on the eastern seam. Mist folds slow like a patient dream. Gravel breathes under honest shoes. Water speaks in quiet news. I touch the rail of a weathered shore. The river moves, but it don't rush anymore. I used to chase what the thunder sold, trade young fire for borrowed gold. Ran with a clock clenched in my jaw, bit down on seconds till I cracked the law. Every bridge was a dead run, every street a loaded gun. Now I count by softer signs, bird prints stitched in muddy lines. Steam from a mug that forgives the cold, stories that learn to age, not fold. I wear a coat with fewer wars, let wind edit what time ignores. Count to 4 with the ribs, not pride. Let the breath be the calmer guide. If yesterday bangs like a locked old door, let water answer, not anymore. The river doesn't rush anymore. It carries, it keeps, it sets ashore. It turns sharp stones to a kind of form, teaches a spine how to weather a storm. I lift my hands and I ask no more. I walk beside what I begged before. Call it mercy, call it Lord. The river doesn't rush anymore. I've seen men drown in a thimble of need, argue with blessings, sprint past the seed. I've watched loud hearts hire a crowd to clap for the break, and they wore like a shroud. I've bargained with rage and I've rented regret, paid too much for a faster bet. But patience writes smaller checks that clear at dawn without side effects. A heron stands like a seasoned judge, feeding rumor, mine won't budge. He blinks the noise of both his eyes, signs the minutes and lets them rise. Breathe on 4, let the snare stay faint. Leave the drum for the softer saint. If pride comes limping to settle a score, let the river say, not anymore. The river doesn't rush anymore. It carries, it keeps, it sets ashore. It rounds the edges, the city wall, returns the name to a truer core. I give my hurry to the water's floor. It dissolves like salt I can't restore. Call it wisdom earned in pause. The river doesn't rush anymore. Oh, there's a road that taught me how bow without losing, bow to stand like fence post, hold a field, firm below and warm to yield. I used to think that peace was weak, till silence answered when I'd speak, till mercy held my shaking hand, till rest rewrote my business plan. Now when a rumor lifts its blade, I change the light, not the parade. The younger me would press and roar, the older me opens one more door. Bring me the miles I tried to sprint, the letters I sealed but never sent. Bring me the locks I broke for show, I'll oil the hinges and learn them slow. Let the guitar bend like willow bone, let the bass say stay, be stone. If time is water and I'm the shore, let love erode what hurt was for. Say less, hold more, count to 4, let it pour. A kid throws sticks where the eddy spin, watches each choice decide its end. Some sink quick, some turn and glide, some find the far bank's patient side. His mother laughs at a stubborn twig, says even the small learn how to dig. I taste the memory on my tongue, the first time failure kept me young. When I stopped forcing every bend, let a smaller victory be my friend. When later wasn't loss or chore, just ripples moving toward the shore. Count to 4 till the fear grows bored, let quiet be the last strong word. If lightning brags like it owns the floor, I show it water, not anymore. The river doesn't rush anymore, it carries, it keeps, it sets ashore. It rounds the names we used to score, turn sharp to round from push to pour. I give the wheel what water's for, the mood and bait to memory score. Like it a river, we it war. The river doesn't rush anymore. Say less, hold more, count to 4, let it pour. A kid throws sticks where the eddy spin, watches each choice decide its end. Some sink quick, some turn and glide, some find the far bank's patient side. His mother laughs at a stubborn twig, says even the small learn how to dig. I taste a memory on my tongue, the first time failure kept me young. When I stopped forcing every bend, let a smaller victory be my friend. When later wasn't loss or chore, just ripples moving toward the shore. Lean close, hear pebbles vote with tiny clicks, hear old mistakes dissolve to silt, hear promises turn into bricks, for bridges mercy meant to build. Lean closer if lost still rings like iron ore, teach it water, not anymore. The river doesn't rush anymore.
The floorboards hum like a hidden vein, a silver pulse beneath the grain. The lights lean low, the room holds still. I count my breath, I tune my will. A watch clicks time against my skin. The night inhales and lets me in. In the dark she smiles, she knows this waltz, a crown that beats in silver pulse. I walk like thunder wrapped in cloth, a quiet oath, a tempered froth. My shadow folds along the wall. I don't need height to stand up tall. The baseline nods, the glasses stay. I pay in patience, not in sway. The room pivots on my pulse. Silver steady, never falls. Cufflinks glint like midnight vows. I keep my calm, the world allows. A leather chair, a whisper seat. The groove obeys my measured feet. No fever pitch, no frantic boast, just heat that moves from coast to coast. I speak in breaths, the crowd consults, riding low in silver pulse. Ain't no preacher teaching this restraint. You earn this nerve by what you ain't. Don't chase the noise, don't beg the thrill. Let power rise in quiet skill. It climbs the spine, it finds the walls. It turns your doubts to dwindled salts. And when the world demands results, you answer with a silver pulse. So pour one for the kings who never shout, who let their rhythm take the doubt. He laughs low, keeps perfect walks. He wears his crown and silver pulse. It hums like steel, it sways like silk. A slow burn storm in satin milk. I ain't asking fate for bolts. I move the night by silver poles. The band lays back to let me breathe. The snare's a whisper under sleep. The organ sighs, a smoky thread. The lights draw halos round my head. No empire built by louder hands outlasts a man who understands. A leader bends the air he holds with timing sharp as minted gold. I learned to take the longer path, to split the storm in halves of math. I spilled my rage, then kept the cold. I feed it slow, it feeds my soul. A smile so slight, it barely moves. A nod that tells the city's grooves. Relax your fists, release the jolts. Let strength arrive in silver pulse. The man in the mirror lifts his chin, says, boy, you found the calm within. It ain't the roar that rules the room. It's when your silence shapes its tune. No blade required, no bargain rage. You turn the page, then set the stage. He taps my wrist, I hear the waltz. The watch keeps time in silver pulse. She enters slow, a comet's curve, with eyes that test a man's reserve. I tilt my glass, I do not chase. Control is how the strong embrace. The bass grows warm, the chatter fades. The air commits to cleaner grace. She reads the stillness that exalts, a quiet crown in silver pulse. Pour one for the man who doesn't rush, whose greatest weapon is his
crowns the night with silver poles. Raise a glass to the iron calm, to eyes that soothe instead of harm. No storm to spark, no blame to dose, just sovereign heat and silver poles. A rope, a hush becomes the richest coat. The hammer's breath like velvet smoke, the snare's a metronomic spoke. I lay a palm upon the oak, the lacquer mirrors what I spoke. The room leans in, the fire molts. We sail by a star of silver poles. I ain't holy, I ain't tame, I just outgrew the frantic game. I pace my heat, conserve the burn, let lesser tempers twist and churn. When greed arrives to take its cut,
gold like a second skin. The bass walks slow, invites me in. A hush like velvet, heavy dense. I button my calm and sharpen sense. The lights drift low, the air runs thin. My shadow trims the noise within. In the night she grins, she loves this science. How power lives in brass and silence. Polished shoes on an oaken floor, a measured step through a mirror door. The band leans back to read my pace. I set the tone with breathing space. No need to claim, no need to plead. I let the stillness intercede. A single nod, a quiet license. I stitch the room with brass and silence. Cuffling blinks like a comet's tail. My gaze moves slow, my voice stays pale. The snare suggests, the kick agrees. The organ hums like trusted keys. I pour a truth I never say. Let gravity conduct the sway. Where others shout their weak reliance, I write my name in brass and silence. Banked up coal, you tame the hand and crown the soul. And tempers beg for violence, I answer them with brass and silence. Let lesser stones announce their science. I raise a toast to brass and silence. So pour one for the kings who never shout, whose steady post dissolves the doubt. Shines like a wine, a sovereign glow without a sign. I ain't begging fate for guidance. I wear my crown in brass and silence. She enters with a comet's grace, a test of poise across her face. I tilt the glass, I hold the frame. I let the rhythm take her name. No chase, no grin, no eager dance, just orbit set by a tempered stance. She changes speed by my compliance. That's the art of brass and silence. I learned to fold the heat I feel like linen smoothed on tempered steel, to place each word like coins on scales, to let the hush outvote the tales. When pride arrives with guarded giants, I greet it with my brass and silence. I never buy the cheap alliance, I trade in golden quiet science. The man in the mirror tilts his head, says you talk less and speak instead. A measured breath can move a throne, a patient glance recarves a stone. No blade to wave, no stage defiance, just empire built of brass and silence. He taps the glass, confirms the science. Hold your crown with brass and silence. A murmur builds from jealous throats, a restless tide that swells and floats. The bass digs in, the snare grows tight, the room prepares to test my right. I raise my hand an inch at best, the noise folds back into its chest. The band resumes its calm alliance, obedient to brass and silence. Pour one for the man who reads the tide, who slows the storm without a stride. He hums low, declines the violence, he bends the night with brass and silence. Raise your glass to wine grace, to eyes that slow a crowded place. No roar, no shove, no malice, just sovereign brass and silence. The lights throw coins on every wall, the Hammond sighs a chapel call. A single bend suspends the room, a pause becomes a perfume plume. I trace the air with quiet science, a line of gold and silver silence. The groove drips warm, the noise relents, all debt is paid in confidence. I ain't holy, I ain't tame, I simply outgrew chaos game. I bank my fire in deeper jars, I steer by scars instead of stars. When tempers beg for my compliance, I answer true with brass and silence. A small refusal, clean and fine, a crown that needs no borderline. No choir sings a measured art, no trumpet crowns the patient heart. The proof is how the riot slows, how even lightning learns repose. You want the key to true reliance, distill your power, brass and silence. Let louder men chase cheap appliance. We meant the night with brass and silence. So pour one for the sovereign few, whose quiet tells the world what's true. He laughs low, denies the sirens, he holds the dark with brass and silence. No throne required, no gilded fence, just breathe and balanced eloquence. And when I fade, recall my science, I wore my crown in brass and silence. Y'all see smartest when it's under gold, and kids blown away, clothes though cold. I see breakneck dulling time, when timeless Kluger and bulwarks chime. But every emperor event amassed discounts 5 hash and potter's price. So I close my eyes to smash the vinyl. That's how the line with brass and silence. Door shuts off like a verdict done. Dusk glows gold where the lowlights run. No clock ticks, no breaths too loud, just breathing bass beneath the shroud. Whiskey hums rules no tongue can name, and silence wears a tailored frame. One nod, one glance, the whole room bends. Power begins where volume ends. Men chase thunder till they lose their feet. The quiet crowns never taste defeat. I build my throne with folded noise, train my hands to handle poise. Every sigh's a contract sign, every stare a boundary line. They speak in rush, I move in wait. Patience my slowest state. The map on the wall bleeds in shade. Every block a promise paid. I rule by pulse, by pace, by tune, by the rhythm of the silent room. Count to 4 before you speak. Let your breath dress iron sleep. Truth is a blade that hides its bloom. That's the first law of the silent room. These are the laws of the silent room. No shout, no glare, no borrowed boom. Stillness cuts where anger fumes, and kings are crowned in the silence. If thunder's needed, sell it soon. Buy your peace from the hush of the room. Rule 1, don't trade time for pride. Keep patience sharp, wear it inside. Rule 2, forgive once, not twice. Mercy cheap is mercy's vice. Rule 3, never speak to fill the space. Let silence show your face. Rule 4, if rage must knock, feed it calm, change its clock. Rule 5, loyalty sings best unheard. One look replaces 1,000 words. She sat across, smoke in her hair, eyes like riddles that knew I'd stare. Tell me, boss, what buys your calm? Time, I said, and a steady palm. She smiled, a spark that begged for flame. I smiled back, but kept the aim. Do your laws forgive? She sighed. Once I said and never lied. Ash fell slow, verdict divine. Silence spoke the word align. Breathe in 4, hold the floor. Let the snare hum a truce war. If words can kill, then peace can grow. That's the creed of the silent room. These are the laws of the silent room. No shout, no glare, no borrowed boom. Stillness cuts where anger fumes, and kings are crowned in the silent room. Bring me oaths that don't need sound. Bring me grace
strings, confess to the moon. If power must breathe, it should breathe light, cool and constant through the night. You don't win wars, you let them fade. That's how a dynasty's made. Patience counts coins, no bank can wait. Collects respect, the loud repay. Silence ain't empty, it's earned. Every pause is something learned. A boy once came with a lot of men. Voice too quick, knees that bend. Boss, he said, I talk too proud. I said, then learn to speak out loud. Only when your heart's in tune, else you pay with ruin soon. He nodded slow, his fear went thin, and left a man instead of sin. The woman smiled, glass half low. Your peace, she said, still bleeds control. I said, control's not cold, it's kind. It saves what chaos leaves behind. We shared the quiet like a prayer. Each sip a lesson, stripped and bare. Count to 4, don't break the chain. Let rhythm wash away the pain. If thunder's proud, then quiet's groom. Bow your head to the silent room. These are the laws of the silent room. No shout, no glare, no borrowed boom. Stillness cuts where anger fumes, and kings are crowned in the silence. If thunder's needed, sell it soon. Buy your peace from the hush of the room. Who rules the night with unseen tune? The man who breathes in the silence. Who bends fate without costume? The hand that goes. Streetlight spills like a silver confession across the pavement where the wind keeps score. I measure my calm in the length of my shadow and count out the promises I can't ignore. A window blinks, the city turns its shoulder. I keep my collar up against the cold. Silence is heavy, but it doesn't break me. It chisels my will into iron and gold. There's a rusted gate that sings when I pass it, like a memory learning how to breathe. I could chase ghosts till the morning forgives me, but I learn what stays and what needs to leave. There's a map in the cracks of the sidewalk, a secret compass under my feet. Every turn writes a vow in the gravel. Walk with patience, never retreat. Neon rain drips from the awnings, spelling stories I rarely tell. I keep my words like coins in a pocket, spent only where silence won't do as well. Old mistakes sit quiet on benches, tipping hats as I wander by. They're not friends, but they know my posture, back straight jaw, easy eyes on the sky. I used to run where the rumors were louder, hunting thunder just to test my name. Now I sip slow from the cup of the evening, let the bitterness teach me a different flame. The alley breeze, a harmonica distant, the tone of a promise I'm learning to keep. I'm not lost, I'm exacting my choosing where I I sow is where I'll reap. In the night ask softly, who do you carry? I answer, only the man I'm meant to be. If the road is narrow, let it be narrow. My stride is steady, my hands walk free. I walk alone but not lonely. I've got a mirror for a friend and a shadow for a guide. D minor on my tongue, heart slow and holy. Every step a quiet oath I sign inside. I don't shout for the world to know me. I let the rhythm of my boots declare my creed. I walk alone but not lonely. A planet seed, becoming what I need. There's a key in the curve of the moonlight. It turns in the lock of my wrist. Patience hums like a low burn fire, feeding muscle to my fibs. I used to swear by the crowded tables, cards and smoke and restless deals. Now I trade in hours and focus, stacking bricks no rumor steals. The river speaks under iron bridges, cold and clear with measured grace. It tells me, hold your sinner traveler, when the inside you're in the race. A passing train rides sparks on the darkness, Morse code for a stubborn heart. Read it true, keep walking softly. Every master was once a part. And the dawn sits waiting behind the warehouses, a thin pale blade that will cut me clean. If I bleed today, let it be old out, let courage fill the space between. I walk alone but not lonely. I've got a mirror for a friend and a shadow for a guide. D minor on my tongue, heart slow and holy. Every step a quiet oath I sign inside. I don't shout for the world to know me. I let the rhythm of my boots declare my creed. I walk alone but not lonely. A planet seed, becoming what I need. Whispers on brick, the city remembers all the versions of me that try to impress. One by one I fold them and file them, thank them kindly, then lay them to rest. Slide to toss size like a door near closing, but I'm the hinge that refuses to rust. I am the keeper of small sure choices. Stone by stone I build my trust. If thunder comes, I won't chase it. Let the storm announce itself. I got weather in my marrow and a compass on the shelf. Reach is nothing without grounding. Grace means power with a leash. I set the table for my hunger, serve it discipline for each. I walk alone but not lonely. I've got a mirror for a friend and a shadow for a guide. D minor on my tongue, heart slow and holy. Every step a quiet oath I sign inside. I don't shout for the world to know me. I let the rhythm of my boots declare my creed. I walk alone but not lonely. A planet seed, becoming what I need. I walk alone but not lonely. Not empty, full of quiet speed. Streetlight fades, a vinyl crackle widens. I count my steps, then let them go. Where I'm headed doesn't need a witness, only a promise kept low and slow. Fade on the river of breath, fade on the ink of the road. road. I walk alone but not lonely, becoming the man I already know.